Hi everyone, welcome to the update for yesterday, which was thinking back now. What was it? Thursday, June the 11th of 2026, um, or I guess as you could say, update or vlog for June 11th, 2026. And the reason go into that or repeated that is I'm honestly considering changing what I call these. Um, like June 11th update just seems, well, pretty generic. Um, I was thinking about that the other day while I was, posting these on as whatever one I was on as a YouTube video and titling it, June 9th update. That's not particularly attention grabbing, which of course is part of the reason why I've been doing the thing with the little clips and whatnot, which I think I'm going to talk about probably in the next update, not so much in this one, but in the next one. But anyway, like Michael's vlog for June 11th, or maybe I should come up with some like streamer type name. As I'm just openly pondering here, something that gets the point across of smart aleck cashier with it just in one word. Um, anyway, but that being said, yeah. So I am pondering coming up with a snazzier name for these little updates. But that being said, I don't want to ruin the vibe too much because at its core, the idea is that I'm just kind of talking about my day with you guys, and to give it some kind of like show theming kind of ruins the entire point. Because of course I did start making these things back in late December, just originally to keep my friends back at home appraised as to what I was doing as I was dealing with all sorts of family situations and a very very tough period of time. Anyway, so thinking about that, I don't know if I'm actually going to do anything with that. Um, but just an idea that's going through my head. All right. So, with that complete bunch of filler content in there, let's see. For the day that this is about, which was again Thursday, I was a bagger at the store. Well, I was at the store, scheduled as a bagger, and for the most part, stayed on bagging the first half of the day. The second half of the day, so and I don't. It's been a long time since I've gone into this, but within my section, I am trained to do like 7 different things, and of course there. If you've ever worked like big box retail, it's all the checkout related things, um, plus accounting and payroll that I can fill in on, and but as but the thing is, this goes across like every location that I've worked at has been kind of the same way. Um, that folks who have flexibility um, tend to develop a distaste for spending a ton of time on the register when they can do something else. And that being said, and I admit that having spent years on the till, I do appreciate, well, as I've well documented on here before, um, bagging and doing carts or the administrative type of stuff. Um, Still kind of, I don't want to use the word novelty, but different than the repetition of being on the till. That being said, um, I said for a long time, when I was young and new, um, we would kind of mock folks that were trained for like this refund counter and whatnot, who would eventually become, there was even a phrase for it, Czechophobic. And I pledged to myself that I would not become Czechophobic. And yes, definitely have preferences, but when I say Czechophobic, sometimes the supervisors, when they instruct somebody that has flexibility to go do a register, will get some pushback. And yeah, it's and that was one of the things that when I started supervising, that really kind of took me by surprise. But anyway, where I'm going with all of this is that I did end up spending about 3 hours on the register. And you know what? Sure, I made it very clear to the boss, hey, it's a sunny, beautiful, room temperature day. I'd love to do cards. Can I do cards, huh? Can I? No. Get back to your till. Don't pass go. Don't collect $200. Well, some days are like that. And this was one of those days. And the entire point of this entire like rambling conversation is that, you know, so will I, well, long story short, I don't have a problem with doing stuff like that. And sure, not my preference anymore, but you know what? No worries. And that being said, I do see, well, colleagues sometimes getting pretty, passionate about this type of thing. Particularly, again, back when I was supervising, I was like, okay, you kind of get paid this. What? And I pledged to never be that guy. So, anyway. Let's see. It is supposed to be a hot weekend, coming up here in the Portland area. And so, maybe I should do a poll. Will Michael be finally allowed to do carts when it hits 90 degrees? And see if Murphy's Law kicks in there. And I'm fairly confident it will. I'm probably going to wear shorts on the weekend because, yeah, the percentage of time that I end up going out to do carts goes like up exponentially when it's 90 plus. But we shall see. There's also a lot of Instacart orders on this shift that I've been talking about on Thursday. Let's see. Went to the gym, and then I went and got my hair cut. Mostly it was about cleaning up the back, honestly, and the way that I styled it today and whatnot. Honestly, the overall feedback that I've gotten on this, because I have worn this to work already one day, not the most positive one that I've ever done, but alright. And just a shorter version of the style I had a few days ago, but alright, whatever. And I'll try a slightly different variation on it tomorrow. Fine, okay. Anyway, let's see. And then to wrap up, because it was a Thursday, it was garbage night. Again, still doing fill the garbage can as full as I possibly can. And got rid of, I showed you the big plush, like, Santa Claus thing that went last week. This week, there was a partner, Mrs. Claus, that went. Some more books from my proposed eventual classroom library, and a little like set of cards that I was going to use for like a classroom library checkout function, that, having spent enough time in classrooms, that's like a brand new teacher pipe dream that in the real world is not something that anybody would ever have the time to do. So out those supplies go as well. All right. Well, with that, I'm pretty much out of time. Thanks for joining me through the end of this rambling experience, and we'll look forward to talking to you again tomorrow. Ciao for now.